Reality capture on stream.
What? Reality capture? Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Is Steam not running? Okay, Steam is running. Try again. Quit app. Yes. Yeah.
Just gonna get our little tweet out.
Rocks.
Dude,
Are you
these
like-
rocks are fantastic.
Are you dreaming of rocks yet?
Maybe. And oranges. And bananas.
Nice.
I asked Philippe if he ever looks at things in life, and instead of saying, I wonder what that's made of, I was asking if he thinks, like, I wonder how many polygons that is.
Wonder
Like,
how
what-
many rocks would make up that? Because it's just like he's just drowning in rocks right now.
Yeah. Oh, well, the terrain in the game
Yeah.
is going to look awesome.
I used to do that all the time. Like when I was in college, studying game design, like, and I would play a video game, I would I couldn't not see polygons everywhere.
Yeah.
Like even in real life. Yeah. But now I've gotten past that phase now, luckily.
Gotcha. Cool. Just going to refresh my stream, and we should be good. Oh, banana.
Yeah,
Interesting.
long file.
Awesome. All right. Well, yes, hello. It is 4:03, everyone. Welcome to our Identity Developer stream. Today we have Philippe on deck, or Philip, sorry. I've been mispronouncing it for what feels like eons now. But yeah, he's doing some more. I believe, are you cleaning up some of the rock textures from the photogram, or?
Yeah, the meshes.
Excellent. So yeah, for those of you who do not know, Philippe uses photogrammetry, which produces some amazing content extremely quickly, far quicker than anyone could do by hand, and the detail is phenomenal. So he's been going out into the forest and collecting things, setting them up in a little camera-y studio platform thing he has at home. If it's too big, he'll take pictures out in the forest. And I think this one is way too huge, so you took that on scene?
Yeah, on location, yeah.
Excellent. But yeah, so he will be cleaning up some models and textures and things like that, adding to it today. And in the Discord chat, we have Motown, the art director of Identity,
Yeah.
with us. Hello, Motown. And yeah,
Hello.
John's a bit too busy today to join us, but we'll definitely try our best to answer any questions you guys have, particularly the artsy questions, because that's where Motown and, Philippe too, that's where they shine. If any of you guys have any questions about software or things like that we use. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
this should be a pretty exciting stream to watch today because photogrammetry thing is a really interesting process in game development. It's fairly new to game development too. Just like the steps involved, going out into nature, taking photographs of real imagery, and piecing that together from images into a 3D program. As you can see, you said it earlier during the intro. Far nicer looking than anything
Yeah.
anybody can do in real life or in 3D modeling anyway. Yeah, like there's nothing better than real, right?
Oh, here's a scene where it was captured. So you can see the
Okay.
street
Wow.
and stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, that's the street here.
that's fun.
That's cool, dude. Holy cow.
But yeah, you can always see when there's pieces that areas that you forgot to take photographs of, during this process. There's a hole in the back, but that's nothing that you can't patch up though, using like the image picker in Photoshop.
Yeah, that's easy to fix.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yes.
very cool.
Yeah, that's fantastic. It's definitely quite the phenomenal process. I didn't really learn of it until I came aboard Asylum, and it's
Yeah.
just a very efficient thing to do as long as you have the equipment, Like, it's a lot of pictures.
Exactly, yeah. And believe it or not, there's actually like apps for your phone that you can get to do this. You won't get as nice of a result from it, but it is possible to do the same thing just using your phone.
Wow. Excellent. So yeah, without further ado, we'll be taking questions from both the Twitch chat and the Discord. I have a lot saved over the past few days from the long weekend for the Discord, but we'll also be sharing them equally between those in the Twitch chat. The first question I'd like to ask you, Motown, is really, it's actually regarding what Jade is doing right now. I know it's a bit weird considering we're watching Philippe, but
Oh,
he's been working on the apartments. And within the picture we posted today in new media, for those of you who don't follow our Twitter and Facebook, we just posted a new work in progress piece of the studio apartment. That's part of the $90 pledge reward. And I was wondering how many of those items are actually fixed, like part of the apartment that they come with it. Like, is the stove part of apartments? Is the fridge, things like
y-
that?
yes. So the things that you see in the kitchen specifically are part of the apartment. The stove, the refrigerator, the dishwasher, the sink. Those are all fixed pieces of the apartment. However, despite the fact that they come with the apartment and you can change them out. So you just can't decide where the refrigerator goes. You just kind of select the refrigerator and you choose a different model, but it all stays in that one spot. Same thing
Okay,
with the refrigerator, the dishwasher, and the oven.
excellent. Cool, cool. Take one quick one from the Twitch chat. Funny Weasel. I think someone already answered your question. But in terms of the roadmap for development, we have three modules planned, which are small playable pieces of identity. And then we have a beta after all of those are complete. There are, as I mentioned, three modules. The first one is the town square module, which will feature social interaction within a town square. You'll be able to go into the cinema to watch movies with friends. You'll be able to karaoke in front of other players. You'll be able to draw pictures on a canvas and get them up into an art gallery. Lots of cool little things like play chess with friends that you can do with other people. Then in the second module, we don't have a date for that yet. I should clarify that the first one we're currently scheduled to release March 21st. The second module is the SWAT module, which will feature gunplay. You'll be able to use weapons. And you'll be given scenarios where we'll have SWAT versus criminals in a bank heist scenario. Hopefully more than one. That's what we're aiming for. But basically, we want to put players into a position that you'll see in the full game where people are trying to rob a bank, and you basically pick a side and you see what happens. You either stop the criminals from drilling in and making it out with the money, or if you're on the other side, you just do the opposite. So that's cool. And the third module we have is the racing one. Basically, there will be certain areas within the world map you'll have access to that have racetracks or roads on them, and you'll be able to can't speak today. Test out the vehicle mechanics in Module 3. We don't have any dates for 2 or 3 yet, but they shouldn't take nearly as long as it took to get the first one out, because once the first module is out, we'll have a lot of the foundations of the game ready. Like, you'll be able to access your inventory, you'll be able to, move and things like that. So when that's done, progress should speed up a fair amount. And then after all that is done, we will have a kind of a beta period. We have no idea when that'll happen, apart from it just happening after all three modules. And that'll be like the full world map, the full game, just testing and ironing out bugs. But that's kind of what we have on the roadmap. And as long as you have the $30 founder pledge or higher on the shop right now, you will have access to all of that, all of the pre-release stuff. So that's kind of where we're going with that. I know that was a giant mouthful, but it's always good to help get that clarified. And yeah, here's another one. How much coffee do you guys drink a day?
Oh, tons. I see people going in and out of the coffee room frequently in the office
Frequently.
here. So we do have, like, it's not amazing coffee. We have a Keurig machine, so it's, we're stuck to those little Keurig cup things, that disposable cups that you get. But but yeah, there's a lot of coffee drinking here for sure. Um, we do also have a couple other pieces of news today to share.
Sure.
One thing is with the stream,
Oh
which
yeah.
I'll let you talk about. But before that, on to Philip. I'm gonna send you a image that you can share on the stream,
Okay.
and that'll be in Discord in a moment.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we hired a new artist today. He is a
Yeah.
graphic designer. His name is Mark. Uh, he is about 10 feet away from me. He just waved between Brandon and I.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's doing some great work already right out of the gate. This is his first day. And the image that I just sent Philip is his very first piece of artwork.
Oh, I gotta see
I'll
this.
let you guys scrutinize his work.
Click it. I click it.
But correct me if I'm wrong. The difference between Mark and the other modelers we've had is that he focuses on 2D artwork. So he'll be
That,
helping us get logos and stuff for shirts and making them look lively and
yeah,
pictures.
yeah, and
Cool
as
art.
you can see, this is not only something that can be placed on a T-shirt, but this is the fictional brand for the skateboard
Right.
slash bike shop
Ooh,
and
pretty.
identity. So really, the bike shop it sells bicycles, not skateboards, but it has a bit of a skateboard theme to it, regardless, because there's props and uh, other like sports related things.
Nice. I'd say it's simple and effective. It grabs your attention with the bold primary colors, especially the red. And it looks skatery, so yeah,
Yeah,
flies in my
absolutely.
books. Um,
Philip Rayton, nice work on
Nice
it.
work.
Gave you an A plus.
excellent. I guess
Should
you're
I
in.
should I drop it in the chat, the link or not?
Um, that one's a little trickier because people can like just
Oh, just
download it right away. Yeah, that's why I wanted
yeah.
to set it on. Yeah, that's why I wanted to set it on the
Oh, okay.
thing, so at least be a little easier, like harder to steal if it's just on
Yeah,
screen rather than uh just
sounds
downloading it
good.
direct. Yeah.
But yeah, where can we expect to see that kind of logo in the game? Will it be on skateboards or bicycles
It
or?
will be on T-shirts as well as on the the bike shop in town.
Excellent. Sounds good. Yeah. I can't believe I forgot to talk about Mark. That's my bad, dude. Anyways, yeah, another question. This is a very open-ended one, Motown. Feel free to answer it as you wish. But someone was wondering in the chat how character creation will work in Identity.
That's one.
Very broad.
Yeah, it is broad, but it's also probably something that John would have an easier time describing
Fair enough.
because there's really programmer involved. Uh, Also a little UI design involved, and those are two things that I'm not very involved in myself with the process of.
All
So
right.
yeah, but I can try to explain it. Um, just note that I might be inaccurate to a degree. But so yeah, you can when you log into the game for the first time, you will be prompted with a character creation screen, um, and you will be able to choose several aspects of your character. You'll be able to choose like your outfit, from your t-shirt, your pants, your jacket, your shoes, three accessories, um, what am I? A hat, glasses,
Wow.
uh, and then after that, you won't be able to change the physical properties of your character. Like you won't be able to make him more muscular. You won't be able to change his height. Um, and the reason for things like that, the height, the reason you won't be able to change the height is because we want to keep everybody fairly uniform in scale, so that some players don't have an advantage over others competitively.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the reason for why you can't change like the physical properties of your character, like whether he's more muscular or chubby or really skinny, um, has more to do with the fact that it's it's a lot of work for us to do that, and the way that our clothing system is set up would mean that we would have to create three versions of every outfit. So rather than creating three versions of every outfit, we would like to produce quantity uh, in clothing. So that's rather than three versions of everything, a fat version, a muscular version, and a skinny version. We instead that by not doing that stuff, we can instead have three different outfits, you know, uh, different looking outfits. So it saves us a lot of time, allows us to add a lot more clothing customization options to the game, instead of having to worry about uh, producing three of everything. And then, but you will be able to change the properties of your face. You'll be able to change your head type, your like how wide and tall your nose is. Same thing with your eyes, your lips, your mouth. You know, lots of different facial customization to kind of get the unique look that you want from your character. But yeah, I think that's it.
Wow. Yeah, that's definitely. I like all these slots you can have on your character in terms of what you can wear.
Yeah.
Definitely something that allows for expression. Um, Excellent, excellent. The next thing I'd like to, I know that was a pretty broad one. I'll try and narrow down the next one. Um, Someone was wondering, this one comes from, shoot, I have no idea if you'll know anything about this, but will there be butterfly knives or throwing knives in the game?
Not throwing knives. I know that much.
Okay.
Butterfly knives. I guess that's kind of like the knives in Counter Strike, right?
They're pretty cool. You like swish them
Yeah,
around and they
yeah.
unlock.
Yeah, yeah. Those. I guess so. Not really the mechanics of like flinging them around, doing tricks with
No.
them, but there might be something that appears in the shape and design of a butterfly knife, you know, as for the sake of like having a melee weapon, but not in functional mechanics. You know, like you won't be seeing your character flipping the butterfly knife around, doing
Yeah.
cool tricks with it.
Aw,
Yeah.
that's all good though. Um, Excellent, excellent. Next question. Let me skim real quick. Um, I'm not too sure if you'll know this one either, but I'm curious myself, and it's about fishing. AK Irish 907 asked me earlier, what are the mechanics surrounding commercial fishing? How are fish caught, and I guess how do fishermen, get their fish to the players?
Okay, so when a player has like you don't have to have a fishing boat to fish. You can go out to the dock and sling your fishing pole out into the water, or don't actually physically throw your fishing pole, but if you do, what is the word for like
Cast?
casting your fishing line out into the water? You can fish like that if you want, and you'll get a nibble every once in a while. But if you want quantity, you're gonna need something a little more industrial, a fishing boat. And so you will take your fishing boat out into the open water. Uh, there will probably be a button, depending on whether it is like a boat specifically designed for fishing. You'll probably uh, activate something, a keyboard button or something that will set the fishing traps or whatever it is that the boat does. To I've never been on a fishing boat, so I don't know really how it
Really? You've
works.
never
Yeah,
fished?
not on a fishing boat. No, not a. I've fished on land.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So however that works, it casts its nets, I guess, and it will actually capture physical fish swimming in that proximity. You will actually see the fish underwater that you'll be capturing. Um, they'll actually be swimming down there.
Excellent.
Yeah, it'll go and capture the ones that are in within proximity of your boat, or whatever it can catch in there.
Have you discussed mechanics and like does it play like another fishing game? Not saying that we play fishing games, but the only one I can think of is flipping Sega Bash bass fishing. I
Uh,
don't play them. I don't know how it works.
I've never played that, but
Yeah.
probably not, because I know I've seen like some fishing games before where you kind of have like this like the fish radar thing, and
Yeah.
I don't think it quite works to that extent. Like I think it's a little more simplified than that.
I gotcha. Interesting though. It's definitely a profession that I'd like to take part in just because A, it sounds relaxing, but B, it also sounds pretty cool just getting to go out into the ocean or the river or something. Just chill out with yourself.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And so the other half of that question he asked about like how does it get to the player? You'll simply
Yeah.
take it back to the market, um, and you'll sell it to the market, and like the nearest market, they'll purchase the fish, give you some money, and you'll make a little profit. And
Excellent.
that's really
Cool. Ooh, Twitch chat's moving right now. What engine are you using? This is Unreal Engine 4. Kane answered that. Also, thank you to Kane and our other moderators for showing up and helping answer questions. It's always super appreciated. Um, Someone else asked, what sort of specs are we looking at for Identity for a computer? We still don't have anything concrete because there's a lot we can optimize, and things that happen throughout development may change performance. But we did answer this a little bit on a previous stream. I'm just going to grab a quick Twitch clip, but we definitely don't want it to isolate users that don't have, the best rig, but we also want people to be able to take advantage of hardware should they have it, should they have the power. But there's a clip I just posted about John talking a bit about if a GTX 1060 would be good or not. Scrolling up, we have a lot. Not too sure about this one, but it has been posted a bit, so I'll ask you. Someone is asking, can you remove trackers from police vehicles? If yes, can you also get a fake police costume? I assume what you mean is there something making sure that police officers keep using their own vehicles and they're not stolen? If so, it's very difficult to steal a police vehicle, but someone may leave their vehicle unlocked. There's a locking kind of, I don't know if it's an animation, but there's some sort of feature you need to do
Did
before you leave
did
your
John
vehicle.
did John say otherwise? Because I'm not sure you can actually get into the police vehicle if you're civilian.
Oh, at all?
John might. Yeah, I don't think so. Unless John might have
Okay,
said
yeah.
otherwise.
We're
I have
probably
no
gonna need
idea.
to wait for him to give a concise answer on that, but try and find some
But
info
yeah,
for you
we
later.
we do really want to keep the line between police and civilians very clear, and that's why we don't have undercover police in the game. Uh, and there was another thing too, but I can't remember. But yeah, undercover police. That's why they don't exist in identities because we really want to keep. Oh yeah, and also why players can't take police uniforms and wear them because
Okay,
we don't want civilians pretending to be police officers, and we don't want uh, police pretending to be civilians. So it'll there's a very clear, distinct line between cops and bad guys in identity.
excellent. Yeah, I definitely see the perk in having the line be drawn so distinctly because it would
Yeah,
just be mayhem if it was like, oh, I'm a cop, no, I'm not, oh, I'm
yeah.
undercover,
Yeah,
you know?
and so that like the open police car thing kind of goes the same way in
Hmm.
that regard. So I don't think you'll actually be able to steal a police car or even a fire truck or a
Oh,
ambulance.
that'd be crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. Sounds good. Um, yeah, all right. Next one is. This one's interesting, Motown, and I'd like to get your opinion on this. It's a peripheral. So someone asked us about this last week, and it's not a webcam. Okay, I already asked you about that.
Track IR.
Um, have you ever heard of the Tobii eye tracker?
Yes, 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 yes.
So
Uh, as
you
for
probably know where I'm going with
support,
this. Yeah.
uh, I don't see why not. Why we won't have support. You do have the different like your head can move on a swivel in Identity outside of your character's body. So yeah, I think we could potentially do Track IR and Toby eye tracking support. I don't see why not. I'll have to
Okay.
get back to you on that, but I'm pretty sure we can support it.
That's good. It's good to at least look into it. I didn't know about it until just last week, and the fact that you can control games slightly, at least with your eye movements, that's insane. Like I can't
Yeah,
believe that we have the tech for that. That's brilliant. So would
it
definitely help.
works. It works
Yeah.
okay. I've seen it in action before with Star Citizen, and
Really?
yeah, yeah, people use it to aim in that game. Like so, uh, so like imagine just being able to like shoot wherever you're looking. You know, like how it doesn't get much better than that in aiming in a video game. So yeah, it seems pretty accurate. Pretty.
Excellent. Yeah, definitely a cool implementation if we can do that. The next question I have is real quick. It's kind of a two-parter. First, someone was wondering if you could watch YouTube videos on your phone. And the second part of that is, can you watch unlisted YouTube videos?
Mm, um, yes, you can watch unlisted YouTube videos. I don't know if you can watch it on your phone. I think you have to go to like use your laptop or go to a movie theater for that. And the reason being is just because we want you to make use of those things. Otherwise, you won't go to the movie theater or you won't use your laptop if we just allow you to do that right off of your phone. You
Okay.
know? Plus, the screen is a little tiny anyway, so it's not like we can like flip it from vertical to horizontal mode on your phone, like easily. So it's a tiny little screen, so it probably wouldn't be ideal for watching YouTube videos on it.
Okay. The reason for the unlisted question is people were wondering like, well, could someone upload, like a Disney film unlisted and watch it in like the theater?
Yeah, technically, yeah. Yeah.
Or
So
worse?
So while not in a public theater, you can. There are private theaters inside of the movie theaters in Identity. So you and your friends can go inside these little private rooms and like type in like a video URL from
Yeah.
YouTube and watch anything from YouTube in that little private theater room. So
Oh
yeah,
boy.
you can. I imagine some people are going to use it
Yeah.
for some interesting things.
Interesting things, yeah. Okay. Cool. Good to know anyways. So by private, like other people can't walk in then it's just this you
It's
choose who
you,
watches it with you?
yeah, you and whoever you invite in there.
Okay, I wouldn't want to walk in on something I'm not prepared for. Yeah. Oh. Um, anyways, one question from the Twitch chat. Oh, Cyber. Um, are the drawers and cabinets in the apartment interactable? Like, do they slide out or open and shut?
No, they
No.
don't. No, they're
Uh,
stationary, static.
but are they ways to access your storage in your house?
Yes, yeah, in the probably the same. Like you probably will interact with those cabinets to mess with the just house storage, but they don't actually animate though. No.
Okay. Neat, neat. Another quick one, kind of a meta question. If you live in Ottawa, are you able to come see the studio?
Um, it's a little busy time for us right now, but
Yeah.
in the probably in the near future, I like me personally, I love guests. We've had a couple people visit, not from our community, but just like uh, you know an animator that we were looking to work with, some potential employees. We've had Cyber come in, and hang out with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would personally love it, and I think everybody else would love guests too. But right now is a little hectic. Uh, but in the near future, I think we could definitely set something out for
Awesome.
like letting people come in and hang out with us.
Cool. Would be neat to have a little meet and greet at some point.
For sure.
Jungle Cat 829 in the Twitch chat. Vehicles will have storage space, correct? Yes, you can store things in your trunk. You will have to kind of stack it alongside the grid system. Basically, you'll be given units. Certain objects will take up so many units, and you have to make sure that it all fits in your trunk. Closest example is Tetris. So if you're good at stacking in Tetris, maybe you'll be able to make the most out of your inventory space a bit better than other people. But yes, vehicles will have storage, and I'm assuming bigger vehicles will have better storage. It'll vary from
Yeah,
vehicle to vehicle.
absolutely.
Cool. Nice. Next up, let me skim through my big list of questions I have on my notepad file. There's just millions, seems to grow every day. Okay, next one is regarding both paintings and books. We talked a lot about them, I think it was last stream. And someone was wondering if there's a system in place where only the creator of a book or painting can duplicate them.
I think that so. Yes, I believe only the creator can create copies of it. Yes. And also
Cool.
there is the original copy of something has a special designation indicating that it is the original. So obviously the original of something would be a lot more sought after and more valuable than copies of it.
Nice. Sounds good. Truffle34 in the Twitch chat. If you don't clean your guns, will they jam or misfire? I'm not too sure if there will be jamming in this game. Do you know anything like that, Motown?
We have like weapon degradation, but as far as just like random jamming, I know it's been something that we discussed. I don't know where we landed on it before. Uh, Maybe it will come as a decision with testing further. But your weapons do degrade over time, and they will become unusable after some period. And that's a kind of like a way of us for us to control uh, the amount of weapons in the world at a time.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, we don't have a reloading system like Gears of War, I don't think, and I don't think they'll jam at a random. We really hate randomness in
Yeah,
PvP.
yeah. Like yeah,
Um,
we don't like RNG in that sense.
all right, but we'll definitely get back to you on that. Maybe next time if John's around, we can ask him for his opinion too. He's the big gun guy. Excellent. Another question. How long will we have access to the town square module? Pretty much as long as like we're still in the module phase, so anywhere from module 3, we'll probably be giving you guys free reign there. It's only when we're getting close to the beta that we'd probably either phase it out or do something with it. But you'll be able to play the town square module for a long time, believe me. Not indicating anything in the future, but I mean, we want people to like, if you buy it later on after it comes out, we still want to give you access. We don't want to lock you out of it. So that's kind of how that is. Yeah. Next question. Oh, will there be a mountain that we can ski or snowboard down? There won't be any skiing or snowboarding at launch anyways, but there will be a snowy mountain.
Yep,
I think it's in the south of the map,
southwest. Yep.
southwest. Um, so yeah, I'll try and call up a quick Twitch clip actually. Ski. Um, it's there somewhere. I'll try and grab it later for you. But yeah, no, not that I know of on launch at least. There won't be any sort of snowboarding or skiing. Pardon me. Um, cool. Let me take one from the Discord real quick. Um, this person is asking, do you know if you can have cars that are chrome plated, like super shiny?
uh, Maybe. Yeah. Probably. You could probably get some shiny cars. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't like. You guys know me. I'm kind of one for immersion, but at the same time, we also want to make sure people don't feel too restricted with things. So it's a possibility that you might end up seeing different. Like it's definitely doable, but it's a matter of whether we want that to happen. You know.
Okay.
But yeah.
Um, Off of vehicles, can you barrel out of a vehicle while driving, or do you have to stop completely to exit a vehicle?
You have to stop to exit the vehicle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
If you were somehow able to jump out of your car while it was moving, you're gonna get injured in this game. You're not gonna like roll out and survive a stunt jump like you would in Grand Theft Auto.
Okay, cool. Cool, good to know. Um, Next question is actually regarding animations, and pardon my ignorance, but I was wondering if any of our animators take advantage of mocap, or if not, if we'll be doing that sort of thing in the future.
We'll definitely be doing it in the future. Currently we haven't really been taking advantage of it. Some of the animations that we source from are mocapped, but we didn't do it ourselves. But in the future, we will. We do plan to rent out a studio and just take the time to flesh out every animation in motion capture.
Nice. Yeah, I think that'd be really fun. I don't know if like we'd have one in our office. We need a lot of room, but
No, yeah. Although I have heard that you can do it somehow with like
Vives.
with Vives and Microsoft Connects,
Yeah, we
Xbox
did it
Connects.
with the Kinect like 5 years ago.
Yeah, yeah,
It's fine.
yeah, and it apparently works pretty decently,
Yeah,
actually.
it was okay. Like
Yeah,
for 60 euros, it was fine.
yeah, absolutely. And so that's an option if we might want to go that route, but
That's kind
there's
of cool.
probably a better chance that we'll like rent out a motion capture studio for the purpose.
Excellent. And on top of that, are you guys thinking of implementing like real clothing physics or hair physics, like seeing the fabric blowing in the wind or things like that, or is that
With clothing,
a bit too detailed?
no, actually, yeah, not with like individual strands of hair, but
Yeah.
yeah, you'll see hair physics in on some of the longer pieces of hair, uh, and definitely on like dresses and longer clothing. Like I know some of you guys saw that trench coat that we did a while back ago, that Miroslav did, I believe,
Yeah.
and that will totally have like cloth physics attached.
Excellent. Sounds cool. Love to see stuff blowing in the wind. Um, will you be able to change the status of the people you meet in identity, like in a relationship, best friends, married, etc.? You can actually get married within the game. But in terms of electing someone as a best friend or things like that, maybe you could do it on the in-game intranet social media type thing.
Yeah, it's more of a like consent thing. You can't just like select anybody and make them your wife or husband. You actually have to present a wedding band to them, to your partner, and go to a like a church like area, some religious institution, and uh, and activate the altar, and then your characters will be married.
Excellent. Cool. Definitely a unique, even if it's just a little small mechanic to the side, it's not something many games have, so
Yeah,
can't see myself getting married virtually, but we will see. Um,
I'll
yeah.
marry you.
No,
I
Motown,
won.
please.
Look at that.
We
Already
have
turned
we
down.
have to fight for him.
Oh my goodness. Anyways, yeah. Someone is asking, will judges be moderators or other players? In terms of the law and the court system, it's not really so much a judge, I think. It's more of the jury, correct?
Yes. So the players aren't the judge in the court system. The judge is either not present or he's an NPC, probably an NPC, and he doesn't do anything. He doesn't say anything. He just sits there and looks at you, stares at deeply into your eyes, while the jury decides your fate.
Ooh, sounds cool. And the jury selected randomly?
Uh, yes. There's like some algorithm to it, yeah, but it's not completely random, but it's random enough for the player. Like as far as they're concerned, it's random.
Cool. Neat. Yeah, it's going to be another very interesting and not really heard of mechanic where you're going to be deciding the outcome of someone's troubles. I believe something like that was in Altus Life as well.
Yes, yeah,
Similar.
we did have a jury court system with our Altus Life mod in Arma 3, and it worked out pretty well. It was we used Altus Life as kind of a test bed to kind of see how things would work out in that before we committed to the idea and identity, and we were really pleased with the idea. And so that's definitely one of those things that we are transporting from our mod to identity.
Nice, nice. Um, oh, the video is buffering for us.
Yes, I see that.
Is it?
Yeah, we might have lost connection. We'll see.
Let's see. Ah, yeah, it's a CPU.
Oh,
Encoding overloaded.
Well,
I think.
apparently if I
Are we
refresh,
back?
it seems to be good.
Okay.
All right, everyone. Yeah, I think the CPU was just working really hard
On
on this
everything.
8 trillion polygon. No, just kidding, but definitely a lot of triangles. Oh, it's gone again. Buffering again.
It should come back in a few seconds.
We'll be
Hello, are we back? Good. Um,
Oh wow,
yeah,
we're pretty like it's like a whole minute behind on mine when I refresh.
gone again.
Yeah.
Shoot, you must be going in overtime.
Burning up your computer right now.
Ah, it's fine. Yeah, I have to reproject all the stuff.
It's all good. I'll refresh
All
my
the
my end.
details.
Um. Oh wow, yeah, it is like it's really far behind. Huh. Just must be the amount of stress. I mean, the program is very resource intensive, so
Yeah,
yeah, we'll see if it comes back.
Ah, it should be fine now.
Okay. Oh well, the chat doesn't even work for me. That's weird.
Just refresh. It should be fine now again.
Okay. Philippe says it should be fine, but it'll take a bit to catch up to where we're at real time.
Yeah, it's like an entire minute behind. That's funny for me.
Shout out to the homicidal maniac, hitchhiker, beggar on the streets, aka Motown. Oh my gosh, Cyber.
Yeah,
Nice.
CPU goes down to 25 again. 23, 20.
Awesome. What, were you rendering something or?
Oh no, it's just reprojecting all the details on a more cleaned up version of the walk. So I have
Jeez.
even quads everywhere, and now it was getting all the details from the scanned asset to the more cleaned one, so I can fill the holes and sculpt the bottom and stuff like that. Because if you have some messy geometry, it won't work really well. And this
Holy moly.
normally I have to click the button again, but I wait with this one.
Sounds good. Yeah, geez, it's a very intensive process. What's your processor again? It's like an i7 4700?
4790K. So not the
Oh,
newest
nice.
one, but like.
And you have like a lot of RAM, I think, correct?
Yeah, 32.
Yikes, I wish I had that much. I have 8. 8 at home on my
Whoa,
Pentium.
32 gigabytes of RAM.
Yeah, I have to empty it twice today.
Gee.
It's
Jeez.
full in like 2 minutes.
This stuff takes a lot of resources.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I think we're back. Philippe isn't doing anything on his screen, which, oh wait, no, as I said that, I just saw it move. I'm a liar. But yeah, hopefully you guys can hear us. It wasn't our bitrate or the connection. It was just it took up so many resources doing something on Philippe's computer that it kind of chugged for a bit. But we should be good.
Yeah.
Excellent. I don't know how far behind you guys are, but we will continue. We have 15 minutes left. Yeah, the next question I wanted to take was I refreshed the stream, so I lost the chat real quick. Shoot, I see nothing. I will go into the Discord. This one's a bit picky, but it's kind of cool. I'm kind of curious myself. So, Motown, the currency in the game will be based off of the U.S. currency in terms of, relative value. People were wondering, are there going to be cents as well as dollars, or is it just going to be dollars?
I think it's just dollar. Keep it simple.
Cool. Sounds good. It's a shame they phased out pennies in Canada a few years ago. I miss them.
And identity faces at all coins.
Wow. Bit spooky. Dystopian future. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Coins are kind of, what's the word? I don't have it right now, but kind of annoying. Cool though. The next thing I'd like to ask is, sorry, scrolling. How many I can't say it. How many of the buildings in the game are retextured? Like exterior, interior, not including apartments. Not entirely sure what he means by that. I didn't get a chance to verify.
Yeah, I'm not really sure, but the like the town square was modeled, like remodeled, like everything in it, like three times. So uh, I guess like all of those buildings at least went under like redesigned like at least twice.
Ooh.
And we'd like to someday eventually upgrade them again because they do kind of seem the textures do seem a little outdated. But for now, at least for the foreseeable future, we're gonna leave them as they are because we keep spending way too much time redoing.
That's fair. Yeah, some of the stuff I've been seeing behind the scenes, like you guys got some wicked looking textures now. It's really coming along for Town Square. I haven't seen the stuff today. Um, uh, Motown, for some reason, all of that I didn't hear it out Discord. I don't know if it was picking up your mic.
No, I can't hear him too. I
Philippe
just
can't hear.
hear him
Man,
scream in the office.
today is the day of technical issues, I suppose. That's okay though. Yeah, I think Motown was building the engine or something
Can you
earlier.
hear me now?
Oh, now I can
Yeah,
hear you.
now.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hello.
my computer's doing weird things. It's like opening up random applications. I must have clicked on something on accident.
Spooky.
But yeah, it goes to my computer. Uh, but yeah, I don't remember what I was talking about.
Um, oh yeah, I saw some of the stuff behind the scenes for Town Square. It's looking phenomenal in terms of the
Oh yeah,
improvements.
yeah.
Crazy.
The stuff today that we got back from like from Pav, our concept artist, we're like so excited. Like it's gonna look awesome. You guys are gonna love the artwork in the town, the 3D art.
Woo. Awesome. Someone is wondering, will there be weather? I do believe there will be rain, and I don't think puddles will accumulate or things like that, but there will definitely be rain.
Yeah.
Um, we will get back to you on that in the future with what that entails, what other kind of effects we can get, but pretty sure just rain right now at the onset of things. Um, speaking of buildings, how many buildings can you physically enter? That is a good question. We don't have like the full world map done yet, so we have no idea. But in terms of town square, Motown, I assume you can enter the cinema. I assume you can walk into a bar or something to do karaoke, art gallery, things like that.
Yeah. What was the question?
How many buildings are accessible in town
Oh,
square?
how many buildings in it? Eventually all of them. But for now, the uh, there's the art gallery, which doubles as a like a library. There's the hotel, which is really like your apartment area. It's a hotel in cosmetic form, but it's really an apartment, a living space for players.
Cool.
There is the clothing store and the bike shop interior. There is uh, the movie theater, and I think that might be all of the interior. Oh, and the police station lobby. Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are all the interiors for now, but pretty shortly after we release the town square, we'll also be including the interiors for the bank and other buildings that are there too, like the barber shop as well as the tattoo parlor.
Okay. Wow, cool. Good to see that a lot of things you can go into. Definitely one of the questions people ask is how big the town square is, and the answer we can usually give is, well, it's the size of a town square, but there's still
Yeah.
plenty of room to do things. You can enter the all sorts of buildings and just walk around and socialize, as well as, go into your own instanced apartment that you'll have. You can customize. Everyone is given a free apartment to work with if you don't have one with your pledge reward for Module 1. just so you can try out the customization. So it should feel rather cozy. You should have room to flex your arms, but it is a town square. Um, Excellent though. 9 minutes left. We'll be wrapping up soon. Um, on the mountain with the snow, Motown, will there be a chairlift like up the hill, up the mountain?
It doesn't operate, no, but
Okay,
there is a chairlift.
cool. Good, good. I mean, it makes sense to see one there out of all places, so nice to see.
Yeah.
Um, Here's one by Eric V. Will money be a physical item you can have in your hand, or is it just an inventory item? I guess like if you could equip it to one of your hands and maybe like, spread some rain, like shoot out money, how the cool guys do with the.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Was the
Can
question?
you equip it,
Sorry.
like put it in your hand? I
Oh, can
guess.
you put money in your hand?
Yeah.
I don't think so. No.
Okay. Cool. But money won't have a weight to it, correct?
Correct. There's no weight
Cool.
to.
So you can carry as much as you want. It's extremely risky to carry a bunch, and if you're, going around in the wild or something like that, because if you die and you have cash on hand, you will drop that. So be very careful. But yeah, carry as much as you'd like, or as much as you'd like to, accept with the risk that comes along with it. Um, Excellent, excellent. Take another question. Let's go for the Discord this time. Someone was wondering. In terms of having a business and identity or having a storefront, if it's possible to purchase some sort of like billboard or ways to put ads on the identity intranet just to get some exposure for your business.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You can definitely rent out billboards and and list things on the intranet. Yeah.
Okay, that's really good. Is it easy to rent out a billboard? I thought that was maybe just for the political campaigning, unless
It's for
I'm
both.
okay.
But yeah, it's fairly easy. It's just a matter of like selecting it and putting up your ad.
Excellent. Sounds good. Definitely good to help get the word out for people that want to, be the big players in their server and have their name out there, Neat. Let's take another one from the Discord real quick. Trying to find some artsy ones for you. Oh, this one's kind of miscellaneous, but it's a cool concept. I can't speak. Some MMOs give rewards for logging in daily. Are you guys planning anything like that for Identity?
Probably not.
Okay, short and simple. I like it. Next one. Let's look through the Twitch chat real quick. Um, if you work somewhere for someone, how will you get paid? In terms of working for government like jobs like the police force, we want to pay people through their actions. We don't enjoy passive income and we'll avoid it where possible. If you're like a taxi driver, you'll probably get paid per delivery of the person. Um, Things like that. So definitely we want to avoid like paychecks that come in every whenever. We want it to be like, oh, you sold this many fish to a store, you arrested this many people when you were on duty, things like that. Um, what is the highest price apartment or house you can buy? Um, I'm not sure. Motown, do you have any idea of what the pricey?
We won't know yet until we get to like adding those like numbers because that all comes with testing. That like the entering like data variables, things like that. Um, uh, like that all you can do that last minute. So that we don't worry about doing that right now.
Okay, excellent. Um, yeah, this rock is really coming along, Philippe. Super realistic looking. Definitely excited to see it. So what is the process you're doing right now with it?
I'm making the bed parts nice. Now
Okay.
I'm just applying alphas to spots where are no details because so on the bottom the rock is flat because of course I can't see the
Yeah,
bottom of the
yeah,
wok.
you can't take a picture of it
Yeah,
floating in the air.
so I have to make stuff up as I'm going along this little edge here, and
Nice.
now I'm fixing little holes and stuff on the edge, and after this I try to make a bottom part, but more like a flat one on the top, because I could see it's a really flat bottom, but yeah, like a 200 kilo or 300 kilo wok, I can't just push it over and
Yeah,
make
no.
photos from the back.
Super Philippe. Yeah, that'd be pretty crazy. As cool as it would be to get these in your studio at home, some things are just better left in nature.
Yeah,
But honestly, the parts that you could get shots of, it's looking good already. Like you're really making it blend in well. So
yeah,
excellent.
I try my best.
Um, cool. Someone in the Twitch chat, can I give someone my money? I believe Motown, you can just
Yeah.
initiate a trade with somebody.
Yep, absolutely. You can just trade with another player and transfer money to them, or through a bank account, or yeah, it's
Ooh,
pretty. It'll be really.
options. I like that. Um, are there more government jobs other than being a governor? Well, in terms of working for like the island, like good services, there's you could be an officer, you can be a firefighter, you could be an EMT and help people attend to their wounds, things like that. In terms of like political stuff, there is the governor, and that's probably the only role we have. The governor will be able to set certain laws. Pretty much the example we give is making marijuana either illegal or legal. He gets to decide that. And also, he can gouge the tax rates if the governor so chooses, meaning you could end up paying more if the governor really wants to try and fatten his pockets. And make things more expensive on the island. Of course, those people probably won't last too long. They'll probably get well, not voted out, but they probably won't ever be reelected if people remember their names. So, um, but yeah, in terms of what the governor can and can't do, it's kind of like one of the final things we'll be deciding on with identities development, because we kind of want the island to be functioning and the world to be good to go before we can decide what exactly he can tweak. Because we want the governor to be significant in that it means something to be in that role, but we don't want it to just be power tripping and crazy and make everyone like be like the ultimate
Yeah,
griefer, right? So
just make everybody miserable.
it's definitely something that we truly need to test first and wait till everything else is done before we can decide what he or she can do. But it should be a cool role. I think a lot of people will be excited for it because it's not something you see in games where you have one player being able to dictate a bunch of other stuff on an official server. Like it's not like you're doing custom stuff in your own private game. It's the actual official servers too. So very interesting. Um, excellent. We got 1 minute left. We'll take a real quick one. Um, really quick. Oh, gun laws. That's a good question. You can get a handgun for self-defense. You can, like, if you want to go hunting, you can get a hunting rifle with a respective license. You can get certain weapons that are totally fine to legally own, but there are certain ones that are very powerful that are illegal to have no matter what. Like the AK-47 is a prime example we give. Guns and identity will be visible if they're in your inventory. You will be able to see them no matter what. So you can't just conceal any legal gun because we really want them to be very rare and powerful. And when you see someone who has an illegal weapon, you want to feel afraid. You want to just either get out of there or report them to the police. Oh, is that your? That's the source rock, Philippe. It looks
Oh no,
beautiful.
that oh on the screen. Oh yeah, that's one of the photos.
Do people look at you when you're taking pictures of a rock, like across the road, or?
Maybe, yeah, but most of the people are nice and just asking why I'm shooting a wok, and then I
Did
just
they
tell
actually?
that's my job.
It's cool.
They actually ask you if like while you're doing.
Yeah, sometimes.
That's hilarious. Yeah, that's great. I always wanted to do something like really weird, like in public, that like had like a reason for it, and then have people like come up to me and like, why are you doing that? It's so awkward.
Just try this. That's enough for people.
Yeah.
Excellent. Last thing, if the governor dies, does he stop being governor? We can't do that because he'd just be assassinated in like 2 seconds. Everyone would keep killing him just to try and get the role. Um, of course, they probably will be targeted more than average users, but if you end up winning the election, you will keep your governor status for 4 in real life days. I think that's the duration we're looking at. So, um, apart from that, it is 5:01. Brings us to time. Thank you all for joining us today on this rainy Tuesday in Canada land, at least where we are. Special thanks to Philippe for doing this awesome photogram and cleaning up the rock he found, and also to Motown for helping answer questions. It's really amazing. It's great having all of you guys here. Both the community appreciates it, the other guys appreciate. Like, it's just really cool to have this engagement with the fans. If we didn't get around to your question, we'll definitely try and get to it next stream. Or if you guys want to message Beach Ball on Discord, our official Discord is here. I'll do the little command. Um, or beach underscore ball number 4434. I do believe that's my tag. I'll definitely try and answer questions for you guys whenever I can. Thursday will be special. We'll have Jade on stream, and we will be doing a giveaway for the highest pledge package reward on the website, which is the VIP. It's both a little bit of a celebration for him getting